Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We often hear about a product which is known as Sharia-compliant or Islamic. We go to the website, the disclosures, we don't find any information about the Sharia endorsement or approval by recognized Sharia advisory board or committee or an individual Sharia advisor. Do we take these products as it is claimed Islamic or Sharia compliant? That's a big question. How do we ensure that the company, the entity that is promoting this product as Sharia compliant is actually adhering to the Sharia principles? This is where the mechanisms of Sharia governance comes in. Sharia governance is all about having proper systems, policies and procedures in place which ensures that Sharia is complied with in every decisions when it comes to an entity, when it comes to a product, then every agreement, terms and conditions, the structures, the information memorandum or the prospectus, the marketing, etc., etc. Now, when we talk about Sharia governance, it is about assigning the right responsibilities to the right people or the right committees, for example. Let's take an example of an Islamic bank or Islamic financial institutions. Generally, we have a board of directors. So the board of directors will be assigned a top-level responsibility to ensure that the policies and procedures related to Sharia governance are in place. Then we have the Sharia board or Sharia supervisory board or Sharia advisory board, whatever you call it, or Sharia committee in some jurisdictions. They are given the assignment to act as an independent committee to advise the management on the matters related to Sharia compliance, be it an approval of the product, or giving general guidance in terms of the business related to Sharia compliance and the likes. And at the end of the year, they give a declaration, they give a statement that the entity throughout the year has been performing in line with the Sharia compliance principles. Based on this declaration, the stakeholders get a confidence that yes, we can confidently interact or transact with this particular institution. But Sharia board is not the only organ of Sharia governance when it comes to Islamic financial institutions. There are also other organs like the responsibility of the management, the C-levels, the mid-level management, for example, the junior teams. Likewise, there are different departments as well, like internal Sharia audit. There is also Sharia risk management, Sharia research, Sharia review, so on and so forth. Of course, based on different jurisdictions, the names of the different entities and teams, departments could be a bit different. Now let's talk about startup or Islamic fintech, or maybe entity which is providing Islamic house financing, right? In such cases, the practice globally, and if we look at, for example, Malaysia, if the product falls under the purview of Securities Commission Malaysia, if it is an investment product, be it a fintech, for example, robo-advisory, crowdfunding, digital assets, or if it is an insurtech, for example, or e-money, which falls under the purview of the Central Bank of Malaysia. In both cases, we will find that there is a mandatory requirement to have Sharia advisory board or a Sharia advisor. In the Securities Commission, they require to have a Sharia advisor which is registered under the Securities Commission Malaysia. Under the BNM, the Bank Negara Malaysia, the Central Bank of Malaysia, the requirement is to have an internal Sharia board as per the SGPD or Sharia Governance Policy Document 2019. Now, if we look for a product, right, let's say Islamic house financing, Islamic robo-advisory, Islamic crowdfunding, Islamic insurtech, Islamic investment, or the likes, or maybe funds, and we find there is no Sharia committee, but it is claimed that it is Sharia compliant. Should we be confidently transacting with such products or entities? This is a big question. We find and we observe entities around the globe, struggling with ensuring Sharia compliance despite having so many different organs. Now, what would be the case when there is no organ at all responsible for Sharia compliance? So as a concerned stakeholder of Islamic finance industry, my personal appeal, and this is in line with IUFI Sharia standards, this is in line with the governance standards issued by IUFI, this is in line with the governance standards issued by IFSB or BNM and the likes, that we should at the very bare minimum ensure and have that assurity that there is a minimal Sharia governance in place with any Islamic finance product that we are dealing with. As founders, entrepreneurs, we shouldn't be considering this as an additional cost. Rather, we should consider this as an integral requirement of the product or the instrument that we are proposing itself. As an investor, as a consumer, as a user interacting with such entities and products, this is the very minimal level of confidence that I am looking for. So we hope with that, we together create and build up a culture of Sharia compliance across the globe. And I urge everyone to pay heed to this very important aspect of Sharia compliance, because without that, we keep or leave loopholes that may lead to Sharia non-compliance. Na'udzubillahi min dhalik. Thank you for watching this video and have a good day or night wherever you are. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.